going back to what Steven said about Eisenberg.
Oh, yeah,
it
Heisenberg.
Right.
Yeah, we've got that shaved head that you hear the Breaking Bad theme going on.
Yeah, we were saying that Heisenberg should have made a better Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
At least what you said.
They were letter off. Heisenberg, close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean. Oh yeah. Also, we got Kryptonite in this one, which I'm glad they decided to introduce in that.
Weird how they found
And
it.
Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
I mean, those Jolly
They just
Ranchers.
found it in like some ocean. I thought that was
Yeah,
kinda
like
weird.
the Indian Ocean. It's
I wonder if
Yeah,
it's linked to Aquaman.
technically somewhere in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, there
But
was
back to the whole Jolly Rancher thing. It was. I felt like they should have cut that scene out when, he was going through those Jolly Ranchers and that one, I don't know, politician or whatever, a businessman, and he's like feeding him that Jolly Rancher, and I'm like, what the hell was with that?
Silva from Skyfall when he was like being all weird to Bond.
Well, minus the gay lap dance part.
For now.
Yeah, I feel like the director, they were kind of like, that was like a scene where they were just joking around, and the director was like, no, we're just going to keep it in.
Yeah.
It was like, are you sure we should probably take it out? Like, no, just
Probably,
no, keep it in. It'll be funny. Keep that. We'll keep
Well,
that
one
real.
scene I'm glad they didn't cut out was just, Clark Kent just coming home and seeing a naked Lois Lane in the bathtub.
Yes, even though they did not show the assets or the breast features of her, there were still some pretty close encounters, and I was very much wanting to see exactly where they're going to take that scene with the R cut.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just going to say that it makes a lot more sense than New 52 that Wonder Woman is has a thing with Superman, because she's strong enough to take his, super...
Super scene!
Yeah, I mean, I did really like Wonder Woman in this one. I mean, could they had, did they need Wonder Woman in this movie? Honestly, maybe not, but on the other hand, it's like, seeing that fight scene, it was cool. I'm just, seeing this, and I'm just really wanting Justice League more now than ever.
If I can throw my 20 cents in the pot before it gets taken away real quick. I do want to add, talking about some of the throw-in stuff,
Yeah.
I feel that this is, unfortunately, Marvel Dick Rider fuel.
Yeah.
Look at them just desperately scrambling. And there's validity to that, because DC, I'm sure, felt a pressure to pump out a Justice League thing to compete with Marvel at around, not necessarily exactly the same, but around the same time. Mm-hmm. And all that being said, like, what they did with this, I felt being kind of a bunch of movies, mostly between Batman and Superman, but Wonder Woman kind of squeezed her toe in and there were a few other little cameos. Mm-hmm. I felt that overall, for a job of cramming in a bunch of stuff, it seemed fairly coherent. Yeah. And that to me is a positive thing. I know some people will probably say, "Oh, bullshit," and rub their nipples about it, But I mean, I will say that I think that it was handled pretty darn well for the circumstances of A, being pressured to get it out, and B, to set up the DC universe.
Yeah. Does anyone else want to, add something pretty quickly?
I thought Alfred was a little bit more like they did Alfred where he was more like his sidekick, kind of, more than just like his butler. They Jeremy Irons, I think, did a good job playing
Scar
that
from
Alfred.
Lion King.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really added to his character by making him be more of a mechanical, like he did help him with the whole flying the ship.
Yeah, he does that in the comics.
Yeah, to get down to the warehouse, and they really flesh him out more rather than in the Nolan's film where he's just kind of there to be the father figure.
And be way too snippy.
Oh yeah, they give him a bunch of little little jabs at at Bruce Wayne about his life and how he doesn't have kids and how
Maybe he'll meet a woman.
Well, he tried to adopt kids, and they end up either leaving him or just killed by the Joker.
Hashtag not fertile.
Oh,
Sterile Gerald.
no supersede.
Well, in the comics, he did have a few sons that we're pretty much unaware of.
Yeah.
But at least he had to go through the trauma of being on Mari or whatever.
Sons of the Night, not racist.
So I think the scene where his parents died was well done, but I'm not sure if it was necessary because like everybody knows now that how his origin story. So it was done well though, but I'm not sure if it was necessary for the movie.
Yeah. They definitely had to do like a little bit of foreshadowing, especially with his mother's name, because it ties into another part of the movie.
That's a good point.
Yeah, because when that happened, I was like, why would his dad say his wife's name and not his son's name as his dying word? It was just kind of weird, but it all made sense later on.
Yeah, I mean, back to the parents, of Bruce Wayne, they were actually in another Zack Snyder movie, Watchmen, and that.
Yeah, I don't think the wife was though.
Well, actually, I looked her up. She was Dr. Manhattan's wife.
Lauren Cohen
Yeah.
from Walking Dead.
I don't know exactly, but I do know that, maybe it's a good thing. I mean, I think it'd be funnier if it was that actor and then his wife would have been, like Carla Grunico, who was like, older Silk Spectre.
Yeah, Italian Watchmen.
Yeah.
So.
Oh. Yeah. Well, honestly, yeah. I mean, there was. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be very pleasant if Bruce Wayne knew in his ultra reality how much of a ladies' man he was.
Dead silence. I love that.
Waiting for the feminazis to get their rage fuel to build
What were
up.
those bug creatures that were flying around, and I know is that dark side?
Those are dark side.
That's what I thought.
I think they're the parademons. I think that's
Yeah.
what they're called.
Yeah, that's what they were.
But they looked like they were siding with Superman's supposed army, or however they were doing that thing. But it was kind of like siding with him, so it was kind of hard to tell who's the bad guy and who's the good guy and who's neutral in this situation.
Right. And I think that was probably part of the point of that situation too. Was, minor spoiler. It's a dream sequence that we're talking about.
Well, it's in the trailer.
But basically showing that paranoia and chaotic situation, I think worked to support that of, the parademons and the super soldiers, working together against humans.
Well, if you look at the remains of Zod's ship, it kind of did look like something a Decepticon would use.
Yep. I have commented a lot about how the Transformer design click has been in a lot of things.
Yep.
And I'm happy that it inspires, in the way it does. But enough ass kissing. Let's.
Yeah, no. But, so what would you give this movie, Steven?
Well, in the time to the car that I've been thinking about it, I feel that anywhere between an 88 and a 90% is what I would give it.
Okay. What about you?
I think as right now, I think I'd give it a solid 80%.
Okay. And you?
Yeah, within the 80s, anywhere within the 80s justifies it.
Like that hairspray kind of band, 1980s?
Indeed.
Let's see. I'm gonna be a little different and not go from the 80s. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 90 with an additional of buying it on Blu-ray because they say that they're gonna make it an R-rated 3-hour cut. So that's definitely
Maybe a sex scene with Batman Wonder Woman.
Oh, that would be great.
Ooh, Gale and Lois Lane. Sexy.
Yeah.
They'd be fighting over they'd be fighting over Superman.
Yep.
Technically. Personally for me, I mean, the movie had, definitely a lot of awesome stuff about it. There's some stuff I'm not so kind of sure about, like, Batman kind of using, kind of maybe possibly killing people. But then again, if you look at the Tim Burton Batman films, he did kind of kill criminals. In fact, early on in the comics, Batman did kill criminals
Yeah,
in a way.
it's not the first time that's happened. And
I was kind of different
And
about.
this is a Batman that's like come out of retirement and he just doesn't give a shit anymore. Like
Yeah.
he's just
Well, he's been Batman for a while, but also I was kind of different about him, kind of swearing a bit, because I'm not so sure if Batman's that kind of character would do, that kind of thing.
he wasn't a sailor by any means, though. So, I don't know.
Yeah. But overall, I would say that I'm not 100% sure what I give this movie at the moment. It's kind of like their 2014 remake of Godzilla.
Pressure.
Where-
Pressure.
I would have to give it some time to think about it.
Pressure.
But I'm definitely going to give a kind of, kind of a rating of...
Pressure.
Oh, come on, let me wrap this up, guys. I would say that, there are definitely a lot of worthwhile moments about this movie. So overall, I would give Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice between 3 stars out of 4 and 3.5 stars out of 4.
I like this, yeah.
Oh yeah, that part where this one woman gets captured by this Russian kind of guy, and I think I think one of you guys said yes, and my name is Boris the Rapist.
Boris the Rapist is coming to pull the plow.
Yeah, I know. Steven's a big Borat fan.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Tyler from End Credit Reviews.
Stephen from Stephen Lawson Studios.
This is Luke from none of those places.
Good one.
Marco from the back seat.
I like that. Great that channel.
Backseat Boys.
Backseat Boys back. All right.
And this is Brian, and it's time to go to bed right now. Because it is 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the, I don't care, I'm still going to be up for a long time.
And hope you enjoyed this episode of Unscripted, and, happy Batman month. And hope you enjoyed this review, and hopefully we'll see you soon. So, all right, bye.
I love you.